Lovely Sunday morning. I'm gonna be doing a quick, well, not so quick. I'm actually gonna do probably an hour or two at least. I'm gonna do a solo match here unless anybody shows up to play of the Battle of Ulsan from 1904, the Russo-Japanese War. I'll go through the scenario here in a moment. Give me a second. Okay, so just for starters, I'm going to go through slow just in case folks show up. I am running the Dawn of the Battleship Tactical Naval Warfare by Chris Carlson of the ATG group. I'm sure others aided. It was edited by Larry, etc. I'm sure other people were involved. This is the basically the latest version of it. I think it's considered second edition. This is from October 2017. This is the latest version that's available on the War Game Vault. So, alongside this, I'm going to be running the Dawn of the Rising Sun. Excuse me, my voice is going. I need some liquid here. By Bill Madison. This is the second edition scenario book. I also have the data annexes that are associated with this as well. So this is the Dawn of the Rising Sun second edition annex, along with the Dawn of the Rising Sun second edition Russo-Japanese War expansion by Bill Madison, edited by Chris. Again, ATG. And this one was from 2018. Looks like I think the second edition of the scenarios were done around the same time period, in the annex. So just the rules are very simple overall. Most of the ship main guns have a range of approximately 7,500 yards, and I'll show you some sheets here in a moment before we get started. Let's see, I wanted to just go over the scenario background just a tiny bit, give you an idea of what's going on. During the Battle of Ulsan, it's off the coast of Korea in the Sea of Japan, 14th of August 1904. The start time is 0520 hours. Rather dark. I'm not going to play it as in the dark, honestly. I'm going to be playing it, at least this first go, as pretty much full detection. We're within 8,500 yards. I'll show you the charts for visible visibility, etc. I've noticed a couple people have joined. John, I'm assuming, do you want to be a player or do you want to just watch along? Either is fine. Okay, hey Tom.
Hi, Peter.
I know you're just watching, right?
What's the password? Because actually you can join. I would like to
Okay.
look at it also.
Yeah, I'll pop that in. I'll pop that into the. I'll put that in the chat here.
Yeah, I found you. I just need the password. Yeah. Okay. That's a normal one.
Yeah, and please talk to me so I don't sound like I'm talking to myself all the time. It helps. Just occasionally just yell at me or something. Fire. Just occasionally just say duck or something. Okay. All right.
No problem. Can you hear me loud and clear? Yeah. Because I'm not with my normal gear. I'm very mobile today.
Are you? Okay, that might be another user. Is that John joining us too?
I don't know. No, you know what? Because I'm not on my usual.
That's why I see it. Okay, I'm seeing very bad pings to you.
Yeah, that's unfortunately, okay. I am.
Worst case, just watch along. Yeah.
Yeah, I should join as spectator. When I join as spectator, we all have the control of the game.
Okay. All right. I don't.
Will I have, because last time I believe we had problems with
I
spectators.
added a few. I added a few player slots. If that's what you're saying, you should
Okay,
be able.
I
I'm gonna
can.
go in as GM here. Okay, that way.
Okay, we'll take one player spot. Let's say the purple one,
Mm-hmm.
just to have some control. Yeah, I
As
am not on my
a matter of fact, yeah. Okay, cool.
usual. I needed to borrow someone else's
I pulled in some extra
account.
dice here too. Let's see.
So yeah, unfortunately
So
my pings
I'll
are
just start running
terrible.
through it. If you want to just occasionally roll some dice or something, or
Yeah,
if you need to leave or anything
I
like that, it's fine too. Basically, I'm just gonna do it. I'm probably gonna do at least maybe 2 hours of it. Um,
won't have much more time than 2 hours probably.
okay,
Let's just check
let's
how
let's
it
let's get
works.
through it. Honestly, I just need to kind of blow the cobwebs off the brain here in regards to the rules. Anyway, so let me just go ahead and tell everybody
Oh yeah,
I'm
I
going to make mistakes throughout this. It's
go
just
on.
it's going
I
to happen.
forgot I need to go to
Yep.
the fridge for
Mm-hmm.
something to drink, and will be in one
All right.
minute.
I'm gonna just go through the scenario a little bit. All right. So for John, and don't worry, John, you can just spectate as much as you want, etc. I'm also taping this to YouTube, but this is the basic situation. The First Pacific Squadron has sailed from Port Arthur, reached Vladivostok on afternoon of the 11th, etc., etc. Um, Basically, they're coming out of Port Arthur, and the Japanese have cornered them on their way back. I think. Let's see. All right.
It was like, I think, meeting engagement
All right. Let's see.
more.
Due to the delay. Okay. So there was an extra. I think there was an extra Japanese squadron, or that was supposed to be joining up, and they weren't able to meet up in time. But I think there's like an alternate to this scenario too, where there's extra, as if the Japanese needed any more. But there's I think let's see if there's a they mentioned that. Well, whatever. On that later. Generally speaking, it's pretty calm. Sea state is 2, clear skies, visibility 90%, wind at 315 true, 6 knots. Not going to affect too much. We can look at if it's going to affect the smoke. We'll see. This is the first time literally the first time I'm running this rule set, so bear with me. At
This
some
is
point, go ahead.
these are the models. Sorry, excuse me. These are the models of Japanese ship that I sent you to Google Drive.
Correct.
I will need to update them because I don't think these are the new. They don't look like the newest one, but they will suffice for now.
I think I did import them from the latest folder.
I need to check. Maybe I sent to you the wrong one.
That's fine. We
Well,
can
they not differ by much.
yeah, we can
They have few things improved, but they will work. I know I'm nitpicking my I'm
your own
also very
work.
nitpicky about my own work.
All right.
You need
That's perfectly fine. We forgive you. And then thank you for providing them too, by the way.
you need to get used to it.
Let's see, Russian. So the Russian force is the Vladivostok Squadron. That's the Rear Admiral Jezin. The flagship is the Rosia. It's a Rosia class. I think there was only one in the class. The Gromovoy. And I will stop trying to pronounce Russian. And the Rurik. And the Rurik.
Rurik,
Yeah.
it's probably Gromoboy,
Yeah.
Rurik, Rossia.
I work with
Yeah.
I work with a few Russian programmers occasionally, and
Mm.
so I hear only the bad words that they say at me. Right now, I'm just kidding. I like the language actually. So the Japanese forces, it's Vice Admiral Kamimura. It's the Azumo, the flagship Azumo class. I believe there were several. The Azuma,
Izumo, I believe.
yeah,
They
that's the pronunciation. I
Izumo.
think there's a I think it depends on who you're talking to. Most books say Izumu, and I think you pronounce it though Idzumu, like you're saying. So I think some books
I
say
believe it's
IDZUMO. They do that, I think, more
yes.
from a
So some
phonetic
do
sense.
it. Even I don't know why, because even the previous edition of scenario, I believe it pronounced ships
Yeah, I don't know
IEIDZUMO
if.
because I needed to change them on my sheets when I bought
Yeah,
new set of data next.
most of Google Land at least has it as IZUMO, but so
And they
Tokiwa.
also changed it. The annexes from previous edition had them with D, and the new one have them without. So
Okay, I
I
don't
don't
know
know,
if it
but
was
it's
a
probably
newer
Izumo.
pronunciation. All right, so the Tokiwa, which is an Asama class, and the
Mm.
Awate. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
It's probably Iwate.
Yeah,
Azuma,
it is an Azumo
Izumo,
class as well.
Azuma, Tokiwa, and Iwate probably.
All right, so I'm
Okay.
gonna probably butcher that throughout. I
Mm.
apologize to both countries.
We don't have Japanese players yet, and
Okay,
Russian too.
okay,
We
we're
would
good.
it would be nice if we had,
Yeah,
I
absolutely. I
believe.
would love to. I would. That's wrong on several levels, but hey, whatever. All right. Let's see. So the basic, kill each other orders.
Ah, basically yes.
The setup is the Japanese squadron is going at 125 at 10 knots, 10 knots, 500 yards between the ships. And I think
Yeah.
I mentioned before, but so basically every 100 yards is an inch. That's basically so they need to be 5 inches. I'll check that here in a moment.
Yeah, and I'm sorry I didn't provide the protractor yet. I tried to make it, but I either need to learn how to change hitbox or make one open because I made the round protractor that should inside which ship should fit in.
Hmm.
But the problem is the hitbox is the bounding box of the object. So even if I make the hole in the model, it's still landed atop the ship.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't understand. Honestly, I don't understand some of that within tabletop, and you'll probably see even evidence of the weirdness.
I don't
It,
believe it's the problem with tabletop. It is with basically with the game engines and 3D models
mhm.
because there is something like bounding box. Bounding
Yes,
box is
yes. Like
just
for
the
example,
box you can.
if I was to take one of these dice and put it on top of one of these, you'll see it. You see how it kind of pops over, right?
Yes, because there is a box around the model that is the height of the highest element, and
Hmm.
basically it is a box you draw around the extremes of the model. And the problem with protractor was that this is the hitbox. This is the defaultly generated hitbox, and you probably can make your custom hitbox, but I don't know how yet, and probably you need to do this in Unity.
So, in case anybody has never seen tabletop or run it, I'm pretty sure most people watching this probably have at least tried it or seen people using it, etc. This is a flex table. It's very nice. We can show everybody how to get to it. Right here, I'm just pointing north. This top side is the north side. These dice rollers are actually
Maybe
pretty
we
cool.
get this arrow to the center of the board. It
So
would probably
just to help
uh,
people a little bit.
it
Hello,
should help.
everybody.
Hey, how are you?
I it should
St-
help game and don't we shouldn't have a problem with
Stefano,
playing.
do you want to join me on the tabletop server, or I can move things for you kind of remotely through this visual if you prefer. I don't care either
If
way.
you can do it for me, it would be better. For
That's
I'm
fine.
not that accustomed to.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Do you
Thanks.
have we'll just I mean, which side would you like to play a ship or two on? I'll help throughout. Don't worry about this at all. This is purely casual. I'm going to do this for 2 hours. We'll see where we get to. Hopefully, we can sync each other a little bit. Um, have
Uh,
so
Japanese.
Oh yeah, sure, that's fine. I will play the Russians. Okay.
And I will just watch
Okay.
because I might drop out halfway
That's
through.
fine.
So
That's fine. I'll let you roll a few crits or something at least, so you feel like you participated. But
sure.
I hope everybody can see this. Okay. So, all right. and I will occasionally be flipping back and forth. There are so many
Do I have to open a tabletop simulator?
You shouldn't have to. You should be able to just watch along in the channel if you
Okay, okay.
want. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Can
yeah.
you see it? Okay.
It's nice to
You can,
uh, fly around.
if you want to join it, you can.
Yeah.
I put the server name and the password in the game channel on Discord. So if you can join directly. That's fine. As a matter of fact, it might be a little easier for you to roll or whatever, but that's fine.
Yeah, probably.
All right. So it's there, and the server name and password are in the game room. But I'm going to go ahead and continue here real quick. All right. So just kind of to show you how close we got this, and thanks Tom for helping me scale the models as well as the
Sure.
ships.
You're welcome.
The Rosia is approximately, or should be roughly, I had to move them in order to get the angle a little bit better. I had to move them a little bit, but these should be about 85 inches. I think I got it pretty close.
Great.
You know,
Yeah.
good enough for horseshoes and throwing shells at each other. So we are about 8.5 kilo yards, 8,500 yards here. Again, as we move these ships, I think these guys are starting at 10 knots. So, for example, I'll show you how that looks. You can actually hold these, hit tab, and move 10 inches like this. I'm not going to move it yet, but this kind of shows you how you do this on tabletop. You see,
Yeah,
it's
I
not
need to
going to be
check
perfect.
because there were modules where I seen that guys move their ships. I believe they had some hotkeys or I don't know, some scripts where ships just moved
Oh, you
in
mean
the
like
axis. They will
you mean like
rotate.
automatic, like the
Not,
scripting?
not really automatic, but I don't know if it was scripted. I just seen that guys, I believe, selected
So
the ship and they moved them forward and backward on their axis where they are.
I think there's other movement. There are other movement capabilities. Let me see if there's another. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I don't know if it is built in already. If you
So
can
what's
do
really
this
cool
without
about
any-
tabletop? So like, let's just say I don't know what the DP total is, but if we start taking DP, I'll probably start marking it here just so we a little bit easier. Um, and again, over here in the Japanese squadron, we have the Azuma, Tokiwa, and Awata. And yeah, these are going to be kind of who's in here. Tom, are you moving things?
I'm moving things. Yes, I checked the.
You're trying to check
Sorry.
the distance. That's fine. Yeah, they
No,
should
no,
be.
yeah, because I found the option to measure, how it's called, measure movement.
Yeah, you just tab. You hold it and you tab.
Oh, you
Yeah,
just did.
yeah, but you just
Okay, because you can toggle it for units.
right. And if you
in
just want to
toggles.
if you want to pre-look at what you're doing, you just kind of use the ruler part and
With tab. Okay,
yeah,
with
exactly.
tab. Great.
If you use the grab and tab, as I call it, you grab it and you tab it. You see how it,
Yeah, just checked it.
and then it tells you where you came from, so that you can
Nice.
put it back.
Yeah, I need to learn most of the interface.
And another thing is that there's this little degree, there's a rotation degree thing, and unfortunately, and if anybody from Tabletop Simulators is listening to this eventually, please add single degrees for this for wargamers, because we've been asking for that forever. So like, you can only get set at very specific degrees for the Q and E turning, right? So the way to do this,
Right.
the smallest you can get it is 15 degrees. So it's not going to be perfect. Again, for tabletop wargaming, I'm begging tabletop simulator programmers to add
Yeah, to
single
1
degrees.
degree. This would
And
be
I think
useful.
and I think there is. Hold on a second. Hopefully, I didn't mess that up. Occasionally, remind me to save the game too. By the way. All right. Especially as we start moving. Okay. Now. Okay, Stefano, it looked like you did join. Is that right?
I'm in.
Okay. And okay.
The red one.
Yep, I got you. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just go at it here. Let's look at the phase. You might want to see the problem if you might want to window yourself in tabletop because I'm going to be showing a lot of stuff. If you prefer not to, that's kind of why I was going to have people kind of join and play remotely. I Are you both able to at least see my showing of my screenshot? Are you able to get into a windowed mode and look at what I'm showing? Because it might be a lot easier here.
On Tabletop Simulator, you mean?
Well, you see, that's the thing. That's kind of why I did it this way because I have so much stuff to show. I have to show it in the PDFs or as images, right? And I don't have them in the game.
Yeah, yeah, I see.
But it's okay. I'll just talk through it, and if you have any questions, I'm gonna help you all the way. Okay. All right. So again, it's
Let me
extremely.
get the rules.
Yeah, it's extremely. I'm running off of. I don't know if you caught my thing. I'm running off of the Dawn of the Battleship rules. So if you have Fear God and Dreadnought, you might as well not even look at it. It's the same. It is the same sequence roughly, but you might as well just listen to what I'm saying because just in case there's anything off, I just don't want you to be thrown off. All right. So in a tactical turn, extremely similar, exactly the same almost as Harpoon, right? You have a plotting phase where you write down your movements, firing, and your other orders. Only the targets that were detected may be engaged, etc. Now they recommend plotting ahead. I normally probably would do that in a full-on game, but we're just going to do this kind of gentlemanly as far as not reacting when you can't, etc. We'll just engage each other in a discussion on what that represents. All right, so what we would do is if, for example, we were very close to one another, we are nowhere near close to each other yet. If you wanted to plot a torpedo, you had to go ahead and plan it. Hold on a second. Plotting phase, write down movement.
With these torpedoes, you probably want
Yeah, hold on a second.
to do it much.
Right, all weapons ordered.
Usually, most of
Okay,
most
again,
of these torpedoes.
Again,
Yeah, go ahead.
you do plot it in the plotting phase, and then it would be it's not torpedoes are launched in that they are launched in the planned fire phase, but they move in the following tactical turn. Okay,
Yeah,
so it's
but
very similar to
basically in the
harpoons. Right.
Yeah, but basically in the planned fire phase, they just left torpedo tube.
Correct. So very extremely similar to Harpoon 5, where you fire a harpoon.
Yeah, exactly.
And so same thing. Movement phase. So again, plotting phase, movement phase, planned fire phase, detection phase. We're not going to worry about that here. We have 90% visibility. I will show you those charts to show you why I don't care. But
Yes, because visibility works here a little different than in Command at Sea.
yeah,
I believe it was-
I will go through those just at some point, just to kind of show them. Just,
Yeah, sure.
But it's clear. It is very early in the morning. I'm going to go ahead and assume you have some daylight. I'm not going to worry too much about visibility. You detect each other. You know where each other are. Okay. It's just one extra portion of the rules that I can omit and concentrate on torpedoes and stuff. So we'll add complexity as we go. Even though this is pre-dread, it's not horribly complex. It's just this is literally the first time I'm playing the rules. All right.
Okay.
So okay. Again, plotting, movement, planned, detection, and then reaction fire phase. And I wanted to read this one real quick. Shipboard guns that have not been used in the planned fire phase may now fire at any available target, including ones that were just detected. So this is interesting, very similar in Harpoon. If something becomes detected within the detection phase, you can fire on it, right? So if you hadn't previously detected it, and then all of a sudden after movement you can do a reaction fire. But I believe
with guns only.
Right, and it's half. Hold on a second.
Damage.
Correct, except for slow firing guns, which inflict full damage. Torpedoes may not be fired in the reaction phase. So just so everybody knows that. Okay, so that's the basics, and we will constantly come back to this to make sure I'm doing it right. Okay, so how fast are these guys going? We're just gonna roughly plot these. I figure we might do some extreme range firing just to see what the hell happens, right? So I'm going to assume everybody's going to try to fire their primary at least, okay? Let's go ahead and assume that, Stefano. I assume you're okay with the Japanese firing for
Mm-hmm.
effect. It's basically going to be firing for effect.
Yeah.
I'm just curious if we can hit each other, honestly. The percentage chance is going to be very low. And speaking of that, let me bring up the gunnery hit chances table here. So this is a new chart from the Dawn of the Rising Sun second edition rules from Wargame Vault.
They made
Right.
chart.
Yes, there are. There are unique rules in the. I don't know if you're watching.
What's the gunnery standard? Because I can't
Yeah,
see it on
that
my
is.
mobile, my phone.
You want me to zoom this in a
Zero
little
and
bit?
zero
It's
something.
0 or 0 star. I don't necessarily. So it's gunnery standard 0 or 0 with an
Mm,
asterisk. And I don't know
Uh,
necessarily why
Astro,
they did that, but
you know why? I will tell you. I don't have this one, but check.
here is a
Wait
chart.
a minute.
I definitely
No, no.
recommend.
Where probably difference is. Okay,
Are you
for
able to,
large and
Tom? Are you
middle.
seeing my screen as well?
Yeah, I can see your screen only very little.
Okay. Oh, it's on your mobile. I can zoom
Because
it as we need to, but just very
uh,
basically, these are longer ranges
because they,
than
I will tell you what difference is. The modifiers probably are the same, but
the ranges are different.
the range might be different, and the
Right.
basic chance of hit might be different.
And this is for large and medium caliber, which is 201
Right, and
millimeter.
let's see on
Yeah.
that.
So 100 and
Sorry, Peter. How can I look at your screen?
I
I
recommend. Let me show you how to do this. So hopefully this doesn't mess you up. But
I'm on.
if you
I'm
go
looking
to
at.
go
I'm
ahead.
using both my machine to run TTS
Right.
and
Your mobile
my smartphone as well for
Discord.
talking.
All right. So for that, if you click on the voice channel, you should see me sharing my screen.
Oh, I see join stream.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. And then you should see.
Okay.
Then you should be able to somewhat see. And if I need to zoom in, either of you tell me. I can zoom in for the sake of you
For
both
me,
Mm-hmm.
as
it
well.
is okay as it is.
You can see it. Okay. All
Okay,
right.
so it is
All
because
right.
I have only I will see the difference because I only have Dawn of the Battleship main rule book,
So what I will. Oops, that messed up. Hold on. So
and
what
I
I
can't
will.
find.
I hate this thing. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
What I wanted to show was one of these ships. Let's go take a look at the ships.
Oh man, this is really different. I remember it less different
Yeah, it's a little different. It's a
than
little different.
Command at Sea.
It's definitely unique, and I think that they're working on a 1.1 for free for anybody that
No,
bought it.
because it's different in that the handling of the modifiers are the same. I'm comparing it to Command at Sea and not
Okay.
Harpoon because Command at Sea is closer and the handling of modifier is pretty much the
So I
same.
think every one of these is a
But I
zero
can't
star. Hold on a second.
find. No, I believe all of them are 0 star, and
I
probably
think
the
they
only
are.
difference will be, for instance, in Command at Sea you have 4 gunnery standards from 1 to 4, where for 1 and 2 there is the same set of modifiers, but the base chance to hit for 1 and 2 is different. But the modifiers are handled the same for these two classes, only the base chances are different, the starting chance. So I thought this will be similar to that. But I can't find, for the love of me, I can't find basic hit chances for this.
Okay, it's in the new rules. So, and I'll show you what that looks like right here. So, if we were to start firing on each other, and we probably will.
Okay, I see it in
So
main rule
it's
book.
yeah, it's there,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
there, but
updated.
of course it is in different
Right, exactly.
down of yeah.
Right. So we are at 8,500 to start with. Soon enough, we'll be a little closer to each other. As a matter of fact, we probably should just go ahead and move the ships. Let's go ahead and just move the ships.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no change in speed, just to keep it simple. We can start.
They started with 10.
I think that they both start, but I thought the Japanese were coming in quicker at 14. Let's go look at the scenario real quick. I'm kind of losing memory here. My computer. is at its limit almost. All right, come on. Japanese, yeah, they're both at 10. You are correct. Okay. All right, so Stefano, I don't know if you want to move the Japanese line 10. I don't know if we want to keep them. Let's just keep them on course and speed for this first turn. So if you just want to move the Japanese line 10 inches that way, do you need help doing that, or you want me to do it? I can do it for you.
Oh, same course.
Yeah, same course, same speed for now. We'll mess with turns and speed. We will have to really once we get closer, but we're just gonna move the line 10 inches forward. Okay.
Okay,
So
I
this is
try
how
to
you do
move.
formation movement if you wanted to do
Oh,
formation.
Peter, how do you do that?
Okay, hold on.
Which key combination are you using?
Okay, so what you do is for a group formation, if you want to keep formation, which is actually probably historical, is
yeah.
you bound it with your hand like this, and then you just hold one of the units that you bound. It's an automatic grouping,
Okay,
and
Peter.
then I have my left mouse down, which is my hand, but I'm going to use the tab. So this is what I call a tab and grab, right? And see how the line is still there. You see that? So I know where I was. You just got to be very careful that you don't lose, you don't let go. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I recommend using a marble to mark behind your ships, and I probably will go ahead and do that just for because we're gonna need them anyway here in a minute. But all right, so we're gonna go 10 inches. This is 10 knots in the
Okay,
same
Peter.
direction.
Okay, wait a minute. Move them because I tried to move the Russians
Okay,
and
you messed them up. Did
I
you?
messed them up because they
I think you
didn't.
might have rescaled them too at some point.
I'm not sure about that. I don't think so. Maybe.
Hold on, let me fix that real quick.
I selected all of them, and yeah, the lead one looks like scaled up because I selected all of them and tried to move them with tab,
Yeah, that might.
but
I think that's about right.
my
Is that right? That
but
look good?
yeah, that's right.
Okay.
But my tabletop almost froze. My ping
I think it's
spiked
okay.
up suddenly.
So
I
let's
moved them
just.
about 6 inches, I believe.
So actually, I'm gonna
I
change
believe I managed
just so we
managed to
can
move them.
just so we can shorten the distance. I'm going to.
Yeah, move them 4 inches more because I believe I managed to move them 6 inches
Oh, you did.
before.
Okay.
I moved them a little before
So
tabletop
this just being the first turn, we're going to
gave up.
simulate them approaching each other.
Yeah,
So let's see how close we are for the lead ship at least. We are
about
at
70,
7,800, so
about
7,800.
80. I believe
Yeah,
about
so
80.
7,800.
So 80,000.
So let's see how close we are on the rear here. This is the Rarik. Yeah, pretty far back here.
About 9,000. So
So what we can do just to speed up things and get closer, what we'll do is we'll fire on each other with the
you know
lead
what we should do to speed up play. Wrote down somewhere typical modifiers we will use, and then just modify the situation because checking the table every time is very lengthy process. It is good thing to just write down on a scrap of paper on somewhere in Notepad what modifiers are
I can tell you what
applicable,
we can do. How about this? This is what we can do.
and
Text.
then just change instead of checking it every time. Just see if there is any change from previous one.
The one thing this darn text editor is just a pain in the rear.
You have zero. Do you have zero? Zero. It's what asterisk.
I hate this thing. I'm just trying
Oh,
to.
they are
They're floating in air.
nicely.
Text is floating in air. But what you can't do is you can't freaking delete them either. Here, watch. Here, I think you have to delete them all. Okay, there we go. I'm not gonna try that again. Or if I try it, I'll do it in the center. So watch this. But this is.
Is there any notepad? Oh, okay. Because I see it. Yeah, it would be nice if you could do it next to the ships. Oh, now it is on the table.
Yeah, let's just try this.
So yeah, it looks helpful if we can put them next to ships.
I tell you what. Give me a second. I'm just gonna pull in some index cards. I don't want to deal with that text. It's gonna kill me. All right. Where are my tools? I think it's in tools. Okay. So what you can do is just keep keep
Oh yeah,
some modifiers
I
here.
wanted to tell you that we should spawn notepads.
So I don't know. I don't think there's anything more better than that. So all you gotta do is start
No, I don't think
right
so.
click on it and
Anything
do the.
control the no.
I don't know why I'm having.
What's the BB code?
I think that's just like a hypertext markup that you can do too. But we'll use
The
that if you don't mind marking down some of our common modifiers as we do it, and then I'll help too. Whatever,
here,
we'll figure it out.
I
We'll
don't
figure it out.
know if I have same. Oh no, we should have same modifiers because
I'll
zero
call them
and
out.
zero and zero asterisk I think use the same modifiers. Because I have only gunnery standard 0 19th century from the basic game. So
All right, so we're
certainly
gonna let's go ahead and assume that the
visibility. Oh, very good. There is very little visibility modifiers. In
yeah, there's
Command
not
C, the
much at all.
biggest pain is a lot. Yeah, because there is no real illumination. In Command C, you have half of this table are night fire modifiers and visibility modifiers for
Oh, there are, but
illuminated
it's yeah. I mean,
ships and
there are searchlights and ranges of searchlights and so forth for this,
yeah,
but it's still
but
simpler.
it's not half of the table.
You're right,
So
exactly.
I
All right,
like this game so that there is
all
less.
right. So let's fire on the
So,
Rosia with the Azumo, and let's just
okay,
walk through
so
this right.
our visibility is 100% of
It's ninety
something.
percent.
90, so enough. Okay, so we can
Just
disregard that. C state is 2.
okay. Hold on. Yep.
Yep,
Just
okay, so we can disregard C state.
all right. So we're going to fire the 8-inch 45 cal. Which at
You know,
what range are we? We are
no, you
not
know
even
what?
within range. I don't think.
Let's check that because at least in table of 0, anything above 7,000
Yep, we're
yards
not.
is the table ends at 7,000 yards.
Okay, so
So,
next range or next round, I'm gonna go ahead and change course.
and the chance at 7,000 is 0. So maybe if you have some good modifiers, you might have a 5% chance to hit.
I'm going to close the line here and move. I'm gonna keep it at. I might bring it up to 14 knots. I think I can do that within a turn. Is that too much?
You should have it calculated in the spreadsheet somewhere. Oh yeah, you have
Here it
here
is right here.
acceleration
Yeah, it's up to 4.
for the speed at. But at the speed, if the speed is less than 75% of maximum speed, so I
We
believe
are.
it is okay.
Yep.
My God, they
They're fast.
accelerate so slow. No, because
Well, I mean, they're
they
just overall though, they, for the time period, they chug along pretty well for a 20 knotter.
maybe maybe
I
yes.
can't remember the
No, 20 knots.
size, but I mean these
I'm
things are
not.
pretty big, and
I'm not speaking about the maximum speed, but for the acceleration, because the typical acceleration of these speeds during World War II is, I believe, 8 knots or
okay.
10 knots. They accelerate quickly.
Generally speaking, what would a cruiser's max speed be in Command at War, just roughly?
About 20, I believe, roughly 20
Still about
knots.
20. It just can accelerate that much better.
But I will tell you already why they usually fought at 15 knots or less, because modifier for ship moving with less 6 knots or less is +1, and if you move above 12 knots, you get negative modifiers to fire.
I probably do here as well, but I'm trying to get closer. Alright, so 14. And I kind of don't care at this range, honestly, yet.
This fight will be so different from World War II.
Okay, so that was them. And these guys are probably going to stay the same and go. They're going to. Let's go ahead and increase them as well. They probably will slow down on the next turn. We're doing this for illustration's sake. As a matter of fact, I kind of want to see how the modifier affects it, right? Alright, so we are on effectively this was the second turn, tactical turn. They're getting closer. Let's see how close they are. These guys are within extreme range, so we can do that.
Yeah, with 0% starting chance, I believe.
Well, I think it's a little bit more than that on the newer
No,
tables.
from 65, at least on my table. Maybe on 0 with the asterisk there is some difference, but
Yes, it's much better. Watch, I'll show you.
Really? It's
Yeah.
much better?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Right here, you see it?
Right, you're right, because the 0 is for the early
So
battleships
they have,
of the pre-dreadnought era.
Exactly. We're kind of like pre-dreadnought.
We are pre-dreadnought and 0 is pre-dreadnought.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we're looking at.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We're
Okay,
looking
so
at.
this is very
It
much
was
different.
12%. Let's see what the
For
aperture
12.
is on that. So that's.
Let's see the caliber, because it is by caliber, and of course the caliber here is in inches, and there will be in millimeters, because yeah, of course.
Of course. because they used British, I guess.
I
don't
yes,
understand.
Japanese,
those were British imports, so I don't know why they're being given in inch calibers, right?
No, the Japanese used British guns, and I believe they used British nomenclature because they learned their naval tactics and basically built their navy on British standard.
Yeah, so these were exports though. So how many damn millimeters is that?
1 inch is 2.5.
Okay, I'm gonna have to use a
so
damn
25. 1 inch is 25 millimeters.
So eight.
It
Here,
will be
it's
6.
easy enough.
Yeah, right. 16. I believe 200 millimeters is 8 inch.
You're right. It's 203. It's 203.2. All right,
Yeah,
so that is the 201 or more. We are at the 12% band, but now let's go look at other modifiers. Hold on a second. Gonna hit chance, but where is my other chart? Give me a second. Looks like I have the darn thing open twice. That's why. Now we need the. Here we go. These are for both, and this is probably not. Let's try to get that in just a little bit for you.
I'll look with modifiers. I believe the
so
modifiers
visibility
are the
less
same.
than ignore when targeted.
No, we can ignore. I'll tell you already. We can ignore visibility and see state.
I think we can also ignore battle smoke being present because it's
Yes,
not there
battle
yet.
smoke is. I
think
believe
it's after
battle smoke
3
is
tacticals of firing.
or 5 even.
Yeah, we can look that up. All right, so sea state, not even a modifier. Ship, firing ship not being fired upon.
One of the Russians probably will have this modifier.
I mean,
Japanese.
both sides
one of the
will,
Japanese.
Right?
No, it is turn. I don't know.
Well, none of them have been fired. All of them are firing on each other simultaneously for the first time. So I think both sides would get it.
The Japanese have one more ship, so I don't know if a Russian player will like to split fire between 2 ships from one of them.
Give me a sec.
That's the
right
practical question.
Right now, I think they're the only well, no, we do have. For this turn, I'm just firing the lead ships on one another for now.
Okay, let's
just
do
for
this.
simplicity.
Sure.
All right. So, give me 1 second. Let's look at any other modifiers we're gonna have.
You certainly will have speed modifier. What's the speed of the Russian player? Of the Russian?
They both have 14 knots, so that's a -1.
Okay, so they get -1
Mm-hmm.
for that. They didn't change course.
Firing ship not being fired upon yet. I mean, right? I mean,
they fire at each other, right?
Right.
Because this is for the turn. It's not if someone's firing first or
Okay,
second. It's
alright.
just if in turn the ship is fired upon
Alright, so we'll just
during the.
Yeah, I just don't know if
it-
I don't know if like an initial turn, if that's the equivalent of like an initial broadside
No.
in previous
It's
ages.
it's just no. The firing ship not being fired upon is. This is meant if no one is firing on this ship, it receives +2.
Okay, so
If no one is
now
attacking it,
now we apply
the
the
guys are
slow
not
firing
distracted.
modifier.
They are slow firing.
Yeah, hold on. Give me 1 second. Where are you doing this on this first one? Where are you editing this?
All right. Okay, I will go through maybe because I have it on the separate.
So we are at
Tablet.
-3 at this point, I think.
Yeah, they are slow firing.
Yeah.
No.
Let's
Firing
see,
ship is equipped with an optical rangefinder, and it is within 4 kiloyards of the target. I believe it is not.
hold on, let's mark this. -1 for what was the first modifier? Speed, right? Yeah. Slow firing,
They changed it to
-2.
firing ship is equipped with an optical
Quick
rangefinder
firing.
and is within effective range.
Alright, so we're -2.
Finding.
-1 for speed, -2 for quick firing. Number of barrels firing in
Slow
this
firing.
case.
They are slow or quick firing?
They're slow firing. Let me go look at that.
Okay, then -2 also.
Oh, come on.
So then yes, they are slow. They might be.
I think they are 8-inch 45. I don't know if I marked it on here appropriately.
Well, they have now. They are not
Give me
described as either one. Yeah, grab the 10. You need to write the whole name
Just give me a sec.
of the gun, because there are useful information in the name of the guns, unfortunately.
It's a British export 8-inch 45 with the pattern S, I believe.
Yeah, I wonder if they.
But I don't see it as quick fire. It's not
I need
quick
to read
fire.
about. I need to read about their fleet because I don't know if they even built any ships at their own shipyards at this time. I mean Japanese, or did they just build them in British shipyards? I think the whole ships were imported.
It's also not labeled as
At
slow
least-
firing, so there's no modifier on that.
So I guess it's.
So
So actually, they might have no
no modifier.
modifier. Yeah.
Alright.
they
Anything
have
else?
range
Number of
finder?
barrels, speed aspect
Do-
combination.
Number of
14.
barrels is one of the most important usually. That gives you the largest benefits. So I don't notice 8 inches are
They're
this
2.
largest in casemate. Yes, but I believe only that they are 2, but they are firing one to one side and one to the other side. So, or you know what? It is irrelevant here because even if both
Yeah,
of them fire,
they don't
1 to
use
2
that.
guns is 0. Yes. Now target aspect. And target aspect is I see this is also
It's right
the
here.
speed is important. This is different than in CAS.
Okay,
in
so
commanded
this
speed.
is what it would. This is
I
what they're
believe
using.
this will be I believe this can be broadside. I will try to do some helper to helping template to check.
Let's see, right here. So if the Zuma is firing here, it would be actually.
Draw the line. You know what? Draw the line between them, and I will look at it from above.
Okay, huh?
Okay, and see the template.
I usually do
Yeah, I
center
think
to
it's
center.
broad.
I think it's.
I think it's broadside. It's clearly broadside.
Okay.
So we have him in broadside at the speed of between 13 and 18.
Yeah, so it's -2.
So it is -2.
Yeah, it's pretty significant.
So it's harder to hit. What? I thought the broader. Okay, right. No wait.
It's from
It
the
makes
speed.
no sense. Yeah, it's from the speed, but broad. Right. It makes sense because I remember they have no fire control computers, and when you have target at broad, it is moving. The angular speed is higher than if it was going straight at you. So this is the
This
difference.
is the target modifier, though. Okay.
So -2, and it is size class
B, so it's +1.
+1.
So let's go back
and
down
this is
here.
all. So the total.
Hold on.
Oh,
Just God damn, this thing's. All right. So -1 for speed. It was -2 for broad. At
yes,
14.
-2 for broad at 14, +1 for size class B. So it is -2 for now, and 1 to 2 guns is 0. They have optical rangefinder or don't?
They don't get the bonus unless they're within 4,000 yards.
No, it's different for yours because these are newer. I read from the Gunnery Standard 0 for 0 with the star, whatever. It is if it is within the effective range of the rangefinder, and you would need to check the type of rangefinder and the range of rangefinder. But I believe there will be around between 4,000 and 6,000 yards, so I don't believe they will get anything for that yet.
I think it was 4,000 yards. Yeah, that's what I had read at one point.
Okay. I believe this should be around this.
I just want to see if the
because it
rules
you
mention
should have it in no you should have you should have it you should have the type of rangefinder in the data annex, and data annex lists the rangefinder types and the range, because actually the rangefinders at this time differed somewhat between them, so they needed to be listed. Which reminds me, I need to finish reading Naval Firepower by Norman Friedman.
on.
Because he wrote whole book.
See, this is where they mention it being replaced, but it's replaced in mid-1905 with FA3.
So I believe
we have
not
FA2.
so not now.
We have FA2.
So not here. FA2 is there is a small table with with rangefinder types.
In here.
At the end of the annex. Yes, in the annex you should have them. It will be very small table, so. Basically at the end, this is here. Yes, yep. FA2.
Yep.
So magnification, 4,000 yards. Okay.
All right.
So they don't have this.
They don't have that modifier. So we're at -2, which is multiplied by 2. So that's a -4% on the original. Let's go look at the original percentage.
Yeah, you only have originals. I don't have them, unfortunately.
Okay.
But now I need to buy the new scenario book.
And the new rulebook and the new annex.
I already bought.
Alright, so that'll at least that's at least going to be updated. All right, so let's see. Okay, so it was 12% base.
-4, so 8.
-4, so 8%. Lovely. Let's see if I can hit it with it. Hold on a second.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, very loud.
Would you like to roll this, Stefano?
Yeah, just a second. Thomas said that he was looking at the gunnery standard 0, but I don't see any.
There's a
on
0.
Page 64, I see gunnery standard 1 pre-dreadnought era 1900.
Yeah, but I'm looking at
on the rule book.
Which rule book are you looking at?
Yeah.
Fear God and Dreadnought.
Yeah, see, we're using Dawn of the Battleship 2nd edition.
Yes.
And we're also using the Dawn of the Rising Sun extension, which has a different one for what we're looking at. So if you look at the screen,
where did you get it from? For I have the Dawn of the Rising Sun game box, and I can see any.
Right. Yeah. Because the game box was originally the 1st edition, and then the game box included Fear God. So, but the only thing I had available, the only thing I could buy was the Wargame Vault version. So.
Yeah,
so we need to. Do we need to buy the newer version?
I mean, you don't need to buy it, but
not really. We can provide it for now. But
exactly,
the thing is, I also have the boxed version of Dawn of the Rising Sun, which was on the Forgotten Dreadnought. But a few years later, they created new game called Dawn of the Battleship, which deals with pre-Dreadnought era, and they updated this Dawn of the Rising Sun to this new game because it is better suited to this era. But if you want, I believe you can play still this with Forgotten Dreadnought rules.
Okay, so
but we are
no, it's okay. No, it's okay. You just let me understand the difference, and we can keep on playing the way you prefer.
Sure. All of them are available at Wargame Vault, and I think Dawn of the Battleship isn't that expensive, actually.
No, it's not. It's not that bad.
Cheaper.
That's actually why I went ahead and got it, honestly. It wasn't that expensive, and then the scenarios weren't that expensive either. I think total was like about 30.
Yeah, the data annex is also pretty cheap.
No, the pain in the arse here is photocopying making, which are quite expensive.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Especially if you want to print it out. Yeah, I agree.
If you want to print them, then
so Stefano, do you want to roll for? Do you want to roll for this in here? I got 2 dice near.
Oh, okay.
I put 2 dice near the Japanese. Just hit R, and it'll. Actually, I think you have to group around both of them. You have to
both.
You have to select. All right, that's fine. All right, so we're gonna use the green as the tens digit, so 56. So obviously you don't hit. You don't hit.
There are no percentage dice.
I don't think.
No, to be honest with you, I prefer this. Yeah, this method is more adherent to the real game.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I'm cool with that too. All right,
I don't know. I have my percentage. I'm percentage die.
So that was your primary. I mean, that was your primary gun. I'm gonna go ahead and fire the primary gun of the Razia, and then we'll just call it the day for this turn. We'll keep going, getting a little closer. Right here, we're just trying
the smaller guns of the.
Yeah, Russians, but I don't.
Not in range.
I think they might be able to fire, but hold on. We're doing the Japanese first.
I believe they might. Okay, because I believe they might have better chance of hit because there is a lot of them.
Yeah, there's the casemates have an arc.
Yes, the casemates has their own arc, if I remember correctly.
Right, but I'm just trying to figure out if they.
But it was I believe some 45 degrees.
I think he got it. I think he's got it. All right, so
to each side.
So that would be 10 barrels of that. So,
but wait, you have 10 barrels
with 5, of course, 5.
Starboard, yeah.
So and then he's also got He's got PW, SW, PASA 6 inches.
Oh, I believe we can. Oh no, this is exactly the same 6 inch. Only there are 4 of them set up on the deck.
Correct.
And I believe only one of them, because they are. I need to model them so you can see them.
But
because
they are
right on the.
You can only do half of them. Is that right? In this case, they're 1 2
no,
each.
No. You mean about 6 inches or 3 inches?
These right here, the 6 inch 40 cals on the Azuma.
No, you have 4 of them. It's not at the half. You need to check what arc they have, because they have port wing, starboard wing, and these are basically 4 guns in each corner of the ship, and the wing takes port wing, starboard wing, and starboard aft and port aft. So you probably can take 2 of them. Probably will be. This one are. I think you can target. You can take both of them, and you can combine them with cazemet guns, because you combine all guns of the same caliber as one roll. So you would have 5 from cazemet and 2 from.
See, I knew that you did that for casemate, but I did not know that you did that for.
No, you. Oh, for some reason I was disconnected from the server. Sorry.
That's alright.
No, you basically, the basic rule is that you combine all of the guns. You always take all of the guns of the same caliber targeted at one target, and always roll them, do them as one roll.
I knew you did that for
always.
casemates, but hold on one second.
No, at least in Command C also you roll for all of them to speed up play. Basically, you just add modifier to
Okay,
hit
it makes
modifier for
sense. I
larger
just don't
number
remember
guns.
seeing that.
Okay, you can check it. But I believe even if you have them in casemates, you add these two also. You just add two more guns to your chance to hit. And this also modifies the number of damage. So unless there are some special rules that say that you need to fire them separately, then you always combine them, I believe. Let me see.
I'm just trying to find that because
Yeah, I'm
it seemed
looking
to remember.
also.
I seem to remember. Again, I just seem to remember them mentioning casemates, but not. Let me see if I can just find it on casemate. I think they did it that way because they're independently mounted. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Maybe, yeah, your reasoning might be correct, but I don't know if they simplified it.
just give me. I'll find it here.
Oh, main and secondary turrets, barbettes, are fired individually due to their slow rate of fire, sometimes very slow, and lack of coordinates. Medium and small caliber
Oh,
guns in casemates
it's only
or
slow. Yeah, it's
individual
only slow
mounts
firing.
fire as a collective battery. Yes, so medium and small caliber guns in casemates or individual mounts fire as a collective battery. So I believe casemates or. So I believe they are combined.
If they're not slow firing. If they were slow
If they're
firing,
not
they would be
slow
individual.
fire, yes.
Yeah.
Main and secondary are fired.
See, it says it right here.
Main and
Slow
secondary
firing guns, and
turrets.
as such, each turret will roll to hit individually. So any slow firing gun, each turret rolls individually.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, you just add them together. Hold on a second. I just want to see if it explains that a little bit better.
But this is something that was also not in Forgotten right now, that main and secondary turrets, barbettes, are fired individually. So I believe the Japanese turrets fire individually also with these rules.
It
In
says
Forgotten
hold
now
on, watch
they
this.
would fire.
Main and secondary turrets are fired individually
Yes.
due to their slow rate of fire, sometimes very slow and lack of coordination. So that means each of those is individual because they're marked as individual tubes for turrets. See this right here?
Yeah.
So those each individually fire.
But they are not turrets. They are. How do you check this?
It's a
Even
1-4.
in annex.
See that right there? It's a 1-4.
Like again?
They're 1 tubes, 4 mounts.
Yeah.
Those are
Yes, exactly.
4 single mounted.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not. I mean, I guess that is a turret, so that's each of those 4 has to fire, and it makes sense because they're individually aimed. I think would be the way to put it, right? They're individually directed locally.
What you regard as medium and small caliber guns? What is medium?
Where does it say that even? Because I don't see that. What I see in Dawn is this right here.
In Dawn, get to yes,
It's right
exactly
here. It says
511. Yeah,
But
another paragraph.
oh,
Not paragraph, another sentence. Medium and small caliber guns in casemates or individual mounts fire as a collective battery.
okay, medium small gun.
So
You
the
are
question
correct.
is what they regard as
Probably
medium.
this. Probably 50. Probably
No, they probably wrote it something. I believe they. Oh, okay. Larger ships.
here it is. Right?
There should be distinction somewhere. It should be written what is regarded as. No, I know where it will be probably.
It's probably in 2, right? Second.
Congratulations for your accuracy drawing.
Which one?
The one that you put in your models.
Ah, thanks. I need
They
to.
look really, really realistic.
I need to improve them a little, but thanks. For the time I had, they are enough for now. No, as I told you, you need to get used to it. That I am very critical of my work.
I think it's this or smaller. I think this is large. Oh, here we go. I think that's large, that's medium, and then those are small. You see that right there? How it says, you
Probably.
see that? It
So
says
probably
large and
the
medium.
medium. Okay, Gunnery standard. Yeah, but these are Gunnery standard hit chances for large and medium.
Meaning that these are small. Anything.
Yeah, but you have. But wait, you have 201 millimeter. Oh, because it's probably. So we probably disregard the 201 millimeter or more and 101 millimeter and 200 millimeter from Gunnery standard zero hit chances, and we
Alright, so then we need to look at what
supplement
6
them with the.
I'm assuming a 6 is a medium, but let's go look at this.
6 is.
It's 152, so that's.
So
probably,
that's medium, I believe.
Hold on, where were we?
No, sorry, this
It's
will
probably,
be. Oh no, it's
here.
probably
It
medium, and
yeah.
anything below
Yep.
100
so
millimeters
you were right.
would be.
Ultimately, you were right. But I wanted to know why, right?
No,
you're usually right,
also,
but
no, but they changed a little. They changed it. I didn't read.
okay. So
I
back
need to read down again because it's much different than I remember it, and I'm still playing Command C right now, so
it looks like 4
I'm accustomed to this. Yeah, but I forgot that turrets are firing separately, so Japanese turrets will need to fire separately.
4P4.
I don't know if it's needed to fire these turrets separately. It will be much more rolling.
Not for
it will add more rolling, and the chances will be similar. I understand why it is the rule for the Dawn of the Battleships, because there are ships only have 2 turrets top, or 1 turret even. So
yeah, so these guys would just fire on their own. Yeah, all right, hold on a second. So how many? I'm trying to figure out these. So that's a PA and an SA. What's a PA and SA?
PA and is port.
So I think
starboard aft.
So I think only 2. So 2 of those.
2 of them will have.
Fire. So that's 2 plus 5. So 7. All right. So 7 total. So let's go back to it.
7 total will give you some good chance. 7 is +3. 7 to 8 is +3.
Okay.
You basically get +1 for. You need to divide. Basically, you need to divide the number of guns by 2 and lower it down. Then you will have the modifier.
So let's hold on. So it's 7 total. So that's going to give us +3.
+3.
+3.
You basically get.
Okay, but now we need to look at. I think everything else is the same.
Everything else is the same, and
so
the basic chance can be.
So we're back.
But basic
we're
chance
at +1.
will be. Okay, basic chance will be different because these are medium caliber guns. So
equals +1 overall. Alright, at this point it's +1 overall. But then let's go look at the other sheet. Base chance for medium at this range is 10 plus 2%. You have 12% chance this time. So you want to roll for your 12% chance on your Stefano. You can roll group around the.
Okay.
You got to group around those dice and then hit R. Or that way. It's fine. What'd you get there? No, definitely didn't get it, right? Here,
Nope.
I'll show you. Let me show you a little bit how to do that. So what you can do is you can pull it together, you can shake them and they'll go together. You see this? And then if you want to do it like you're at the table, you can do it like this, just so you have more fun with it. But okay, what did I get?
Yeah, you can throw them around the table.
I still didn't get it. I got an 18 for you, but I still didn't get it. All right. So I think
Tabletop Simulator allows you to adjust dice physics as well. So with the same amount of finger pressure, you can simulate that that dice will roll much more. I don't know how, but there is the way for you to adjust that physics.
He had 2 shots
No,
at him, right?
that
He
is
had a large caliber shot and a medium caliber shot, right?
Yeah, I try to scale it down, but whatever I do, the
You want me to
thing
scale this
is
down?
spiking, and I'm not sure if I don't have terrible lags. So
Hold on a second.
yeah.
Oh! Oh shoot! I didn't. Oh, hopefully that
Oh
didn't mess it
god
up.
damn it! What just happened?
That was me.
And the whole game, the whole module just
Yeah, that's all right.
reloaded. No problem. That was that can happen. It will kick me off, kick me again.
Is that about
Out.
right? Is that splash
It
about
will-
right? Hold on, let me get
It's.
this one
I
right here.
bet it's too large,
Just-
but let's make it more dramatic.
What we could do is
okay?
for large caliber and small caliber, right? So
Yeah, right. Because
so I'll do
I don't know
smaller for
how large the splashes were historically, but I bet they were
there,
not that big.
probably not.
I-
But we'll just
I
use
like
it
to-
for visualization's sake. So there's your larger caliber. Here's your smaller caliber. Both
Yeah.
missing like hell. All right. So just for
No, wait. This one should be fired at the Japanese.
what we just
But
did
okay,
was
we're firing Russians at Japanese guys.
no. I'm firing
No?
Izumo. Stefano's been rolling for the Izumo, firing on the Rosia.
Really?
Yes.
I thought we were firing from Russia to Izumo.
No,
Okay. Then wait. Okay.
It's the same.
Okay. No, because I thought we only rolled one for the
So I've been-
turrets, and I thought we only use modifier for one gun for the turrets, but turrets have in total 4 guns. So if you roll for both turrets, you would need to add +1 for 4 guns, or roll 2 times for
You
each
do it by-
turret.
You do it by total tubes on target, right? So that was
Yep.
5 plus the 2. Right?
Yeah, yes, but did we roll for the large caliber guns earlier?
Yes. And we missed. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I will recheck it next turn. Okay,
Okay.
because I got confused about one
That's
thing.
okay. Let's go look at we can. I think it's probably good to just go ahead and do another turn and get
Yeah,
a
I
little closer
believe there is
for
no
the
need
sake
to roll
of
for this.
tutorial sake.
Well,
here, if you-
well, yeah. For tutorial sakes, let's get this guy
Okay,
close enough to have at least 50% chance.
you can remove the Russians if you want.
I
gonna bring
don't want to try because
okay.
it might break. It might kick me out again. I have
I'm
very
going to-
bad connection.
I'm gonna bring in some Go ships here. Hold on a second. Why is this? Okay. That's lovely. Where'd they go? Let's try that again. Just bring the ball on. Okay. I'll get these out of the way here. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I'm just throwing marbles all over. I've lost my marbles. Okay, hold on. Let's just get a few of these out here in case we need them. And then I can get rid of this. I don't need the whole thing. Okay, we just have these out here for as we start marking torpedoes later. All right, so as a matter of fact, I was going to use one of these just to mark where your back of your ships are, just in case we mess them up.
Yeah,
All right,
sure.
so we're going to stay course.
Yeah,
Stay
I
speed.
just close them enough to have at least, I don't know, 20% or 30% shot.
So let's just keep moving until we get that. So this is 14.
I would move them 2 times, actually. I would move them 2 turns and then check.
Yep.
Since it's only tutorial.
Let's just say the Japanese try to cross the T a bit here. Okay, let's see how close we are now. Should be within, yeah, we're at 45.
For 4,500 yards.
Okay, so just because we
Might
didn't,
be.
let's give the Russians a chance here.
Yeah.
And
So from what I see, they have one, I believe, 150 millimeter gun in casemate. Well, not really casemate, but above casemate, the one large gun.
which one is that in the front, Russia? Yeah.
I believe Russia. I believe all of them have exactly the same main batteries. So you can check any one of them.
It has
Because
a
they only
203.
differ in light batteries were the only difference between them.
Okay, so they have a 203
Oh,
mil.
actually they have main one is 203 millimeter pattern.
And the other ones are 152, which are medium, which we'll put them together. So bow, stern, there's
That
probably
annexes
won't
are
get
the
it.
ones from Down Over the Rising Sun,
These
aren't they?
these are from the second edition annex notes.
Second edition. Jesus Christ.
Why they differ from what you
I
see?
don't really know. I have the first one.
The Russians, I believe, differed a little.
Yes, we
in
saw
some
that.
in some respects, even not a little. I know there were some updates.
All right, so let's make a card for these guys real quick. All right. Let's see. Speed probably is still -1. Broad, I don't think it's broad. From Russia to Izuma, I think it's narrow or quarter. Right?
It won't be narrow. No, I think it's still broad. Oh, it's nice. You
I
can
don't know.
look from one ship to another. It's really nice. I see them pretty broad, but yeah,
Yeah, I guess
go
so.
down. Yeah, they got them totally on the side.
I usually do it center to center. Just there's probably a different rule.
I will do some overlay or no.
I don't know about that. They would
broad.
definitely. So their bow 150 or whatever it is should be able to be added, but their stern would not. So in casemates, does that even have a casemate range? I don't think that's even in casemate arc. Let's go look.
Look, the casemate arc might.
It's
The
45
casemate
from the
arc is
center. That's
45
definitely
degrees.
not. The 45 is about like that.
Let me see. I need to make some. I will
like
try
that.
to make some overlays.
At most,
or
he could hit the
something,
rear
figure
ship.
out. Can you throw a line to a little ship from Russia? I'm looking at it exactly at the top.
So I'm trying. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mark it from the beginning of the casemate, which would be about right here.
I believe you should mark it from the.
But that's about 45 degrees, right?
Actually,
Right?
it might be in the arc. No, I think it is
No
in
way.
the arc. It is less than 40. I believe it is less than 45 degrees. And you should probably check it from the center to the center.
Well,
Because
no,
the ships
you
are
got to do it
enlarged
based on
right
the.
now.
You got to do it based on the arc diagram, which is from the casemate distance. Watch here. I'll show you.
Yeah, but for the game, distance is distance. But I'm talking about the arc. The arc is checked from.
But the arc is checked
the
from
center of the ship.
It's checked from.
Beside, I think right now the ships are a little enlarged, so are a little larger than the real ships. So I wouldn't use.
That's not 45 degrees.
Oh yeah,
That would
that's
be.
okay.
This is locked by. There's a locked mechanism too, by the way.
Okay. You check to the second ship. To the second ship it is okay, but to the lead ship,
I agree.
If this is to the lead ship, it's out of the arc.
I agree. In which case, he would probably. He can do his primary at this guy and his secondary at this guy.
He can.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's do that. What the heck?
And the question is if what was the arc of the starboard, the wing arc is also 45 degrees. Then the rear 200 millimeter won't
Port and
be in
starboard.
the arc.
The aft. So two of them.
Will be
Only two
outside.
of them. So only two of those firing, right? Okay.
12.
Only two of the 203s can fire. They're
No, I believe for on the lead ship only one of them can fire because the second one is the one in this
the wing.
lone casamet at the rear, and it has 45-degree limit to the front. So if casamet can't fire at the lead ship, then the second wing gun, the aft wing gun
can fire that here, wouldn't we? So we'd fire
either.
One here. So this.
Yeah, only one 203 at the lead ship and one 203 on the second ship.
So I did horribly on the first one, so this one missed. And then
now the question is
that one probably still missed 30. Let's check this one because the second primary.
Let's check base chance because the modifiers are basically the same. As for Japanese are moving at the same speed still.
Right,
40
we just
knots,
need to see
correct?
what is the range here. To the primary, I definitely missed. I don't even need to check it. So 4,500.
So 4,500 yards.
That's 16% plus.
For the
I think
large.
we ended up plus 2%.
I believe you have -2 because you have +1 for what? For what they had +1.
Yeah, you're right. Neg 1 for speed.
Yes.
Neg 2 for broad at 14. I don't think it's broad. I think it's quarter.
No, I think it's broad. The broad is actually a little larger than quarter. You can see in the rule book.
Oh wait, no.
And I think if you look, you can check. But if you look even from the mast tops of the one model to the second, it is definitely shooting at the side of the ship. You can fly from. You actually can fly from one model to another from the mast tops, and you arrive at the. Oh, the broad is.
Very
okay,
specific.
I thought the broad is.
That's why.
Larger, but I believe it's still on the broad. Yeah, but I think it's still on the broad.
I think it's quarter.
You can check, but I believe it is directly. Wait, you know what?
Quarter. This guy's quarter. This guy's probably broad, but this guy's quarter.
Oh, we are firing Russians, or we are firing the Japanese now?
We're firing Russian. Russian.
Then let's. Why is it? Why is it measuring from the, not from the center? What's going on?
Well, there's a marker thing. Like if you click on the ruler and then there's a marker to say whether you want it to do center or edge. There's two different settings. So if you click on the line tool, F4, and then change from edge to center. So it's a setting on the ruler. So this is center marking. You see how it's snapping to the center?
Okay. I found it. Yeah. So let's look at. Oh my God, this works so slow on this rig. Sorry, I try to write. I try to draw it, but the TTS is freezing. Yeah, I can't do this. This is the best I can do.
So I think at best this guy would be broadside to the third guy, and he's quarter reach.
But I think the lead ship has broadside. Has the second ship at broadside. Oh, I can draw a line. Maybe I can.
Yeah, but look at this. This is 300 degree.
This one.
Do you see my screen?
Yeah, I see your screen, but do you see my line?
Right, if I put it right over it, so watch, see if I literally put my thing over it, it's quarter reaching. Watch, I can't reduce it anymore. Hold on, maybe if I can reduce it even more. Like, watch this. I'm going to literally put the diagram over the ship.
Okay.
Like this,
I
see?
need to make some templates like that.
See
if
that
even
300
the
degrees is way
PS
back
is
here. You see
able.
that right there? 300 off the beam would be like way like this. So he would only have broadside aspect on the third ship at best. You see that? It's
But
not
who?
it's not a traditional broadside.
But who we are talking about? Because I thought
I'm firing from the Rosia on.
to
I was
the
trying to.
second.
Right, and that
Yeah,
would be quarter, according
yeah,
to this
but
diagram.
we are now checking. Yeah. But we are checking not the Russia's aspect, but the target aspect.
You're correct.
You are checking what
Mm,
the aspect is present to the shooting ship, to the firer. So
you're correct.
firer
You're correct. You're
see.
correct. You're correct. All right, that's cool.
No problem.
All right.
So the firer see their broad aspect, and
Correct.
that gives him -2 because the target has a large angular
Right. It's based on
motion.
what you're firing, the perspective of what you're firing at. Yep.
Yeah, this is the perspective how
Where
you
did
see
this
the
line?
ship.
Okay, there you go. All
Oh,
right.
sorry, I removed it already. I made it to show you that the target is presenting their broadside to the firer.
Okay,
And
so
for some
back to
reason,
that.
Russia is
So that's -2 for
glowing.
the speed. The size is that. So that's
Is the
-2
same, and there is 0 for
tubes.
one gun,
Yeah.
for one tube, because it has only one 203 mm tube on them, right?
Mhm.
So only
So we're at
one tube
0.
is.
One tube per mount only.
No,
Well, each
the
tube is
Russia
firing
has two.
independently.
I believe you could combine both 203 mm
Not.
tubes on him, but we only have one tube on
Yeah,
him
there's only one
present.
turret per. There's only one tube per mount.
Yes, but only one mount is in firing arc because
Correct.
if we had two mounts on him, we would add. Well, then the modifier also would be
Okay, I'm rolling
to
for it. Oop, I might have
0.
got it. No, I didn't. I thought that was a 1. Okay, so nope,
Okay.
certainly didn't hit that one. Okay, so now let's check against the Azuma with the other primary tube, right? We said that.
Right.
Right.
I believe it probably will be the same. I think the distance might just check the distance, because if the distance is in the same bracket, then it is the same
Yeah, it
shot
is.
basically.
Yeah, let's
Unless you know what, there may be one situation. What's the range bracket for it? Is it medium? Because the brackets are. If you can show me the range bracket for
we're
this
at.
gun.
Hold on a second. Let me measure it again.
45, I believe. This was 40. This was 4,500 yards from what I remember, or close to
I
it.
think it was. Yes, it was. So we are at
Okay,
16%
so this is
plus nothing.
this is medium. No, because one thing I will give you note of. If it would be at longer extreme range and other ships would fire at him, then they would get -1 modifier for
Right.
over
Right.
concentration.
But it's only of the same caliber or same
Same class caliber.
class.
It's not like
It's the same
caliber,
column, right? Right.
there
So
are brackets. There are brackets, and but it only works if you are in the long or extreme range. If you are in the medium or short, this
I
modifier
missed him.
doesn't count.
I rolled a 22, so I missed him.
So normal,
Yeah. So
absolutely
yeah,
normal.
just not even hitting anything. We're not hitting a damn thing. My secondaries would be. We can count the tubes. Hold on a second. Might as well do it.
These ships are a little bigger
This
in
is different.
scale,
Yeah.
also.
These have 152 mediums, and they don't have. Let's see. There's 7 plus 1. I think it's 7 plus 1, 8 tubes in this case. So let's see. What would 8 tubes
8
give us?
is
Still
plus
3.
3. 8 gives you
Okay,
plus
so
3.
that's 6% more on top of 6. So 22%. So let's see what I get. What do I get? Nope, 53. So that misses considerably too. I think we need to get closer. All right,
Yeah.
that's fine. That's fine. And again, I'm not even going to fire for the Japanese right now, right? I probably would normally, but let's just get closer.
They
Let's see how it
have,
goes.
they will have. I think they will have. They would have the same chance of hit.
Roughly, I think you're
Roughly.
right.
I don't know. I can't remember what if they had rangefinders and won't type because
Yes,
they
they
might
did.
have.
Yeah, they both
But
did.
they might have better rangefinders
I think the
than
Japanese had better
Japanese.
rangefinders. I think that was one of the problems at Tsushima. Um, if I'm not
There
mistaken.
there were many problems at
Right, and I think
Tsushima.
the Russians actually. I think the Russians
The
lost
first
their.
problem was that Russians just were terrible.
I think their rangefinders were destroyed too, and they didn't have any extras, and the Japanese had brought extras. If I recall.
You know, there were many problems. They had probably worse rangefinders. They were totally were down by going around the Africa for 6 months. The Japanese crossed their T immediately. Had better
So
combat control.
I'm going to go ahead and move these guys, but I'm going to change course. I think a little bit. I think
Okay.
these guys probably. I mean, this isn't exact, but I think we're gonna go about like this and go. I think we're gonna stick with 14.
Yeah, but you should. Okay, let's say it's okay because
Let's
you probably
do.
should move the lead ship and then the rest in trail.
Right, but yeah,
I
we're just
wouldn't
guesstimating.
I wouldn't. Yeah, but for that won't even. I believe we don't need to think about advance. I mean, you know, the distance that ship need to move to turn at these ranges. This
I don't
is
think so. Not
irrelevant.
yet. Yeah, exactly.
This is very irrelevant now.
See, here's where. No, let's just go two
Nice
turns.
maneuver.
We're gonna go 2 turns.
But at least it looks nice. I like how it turned out.
So let's go one more and see what the Japanese can do. See, the Japanese did have a lead on them. They basically had the gauge, if you will.
So a little side note: do you want to play this scenario next time, but for real?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll try to prepare also some smoke and fire markers.
Absolutely. I did end up turning them a little bit because I kind of that was my intended move. I might take a little bit of distance off of them. Go ahead.
Is it possible, Tomasz? Is it possible to create torpedo wakes as well?
Yeah. Depends on how nice you would want to have them. I can create counter like
Yeah,
torpedo waves.
No, to me, it's just for gaming purposes.
the way I'm gonna do
it. A whitish line would be more than sufficient.
So the way I'm gonna do it for now
about
is
something.
like if we fire, I'm gonna use the firing point as a black one, and then like that. Let's just say that's where the torpedo ended up. But what I can do is mark these.
Oh, you want to fire torpedoes?
No.
We are in range for torpedoes.
No, not yet. I'm just showing you how I'll do it.
Okay. No, I can create some torpedo markers, no problem.
But for this game purpose, for this tutorial, I'm just
I
gonna
need
use
to
these.
check. I need to check how you do overlays because I think you can create some overlays that you can move around. That would be nice for protractor and other things.
Yeah, it would be nice if you could just slip it under the, like almost slip it under the ship too, if it was transparent. I don't even know. I don't know if you can do transparent
I hope in a month or two I will have time to sit to Unity. Then we can do all crazy stuff.
Okay.
I hope.
All right, so we are much closer now, and let's see who's got what. Let's shift over to the Japanese just to give them a chance for starters. For now, this is all simultaneous. I think we're well outside of torpedo.
This is something I would need to. I would need to ask Larry if, in this instance, you can combine turrets, because I don't think there is much difference chance-wise of firing them separately or firing them combined with additional modifiers.
I think if it's the same caliber, you should be able to just combine them. I think that's what we'll do.
Normally, you do this in both Command at Sea and in Forgotten Dreadnought, but they made separate rules for turrets in Dawn of the Battleship, but they make them for ships that for the game where you use ships that have 2 turrets at most, I believe. So, and no casemates, because I don't know if you've seen Monroe Legacy, the original setting for the Dawn of the Battleship of pre-Dreadnought era. The ships there are fantastic because they have, I believe, the most heavily armed ship has maybe 5 guns or 6 guns.
So let's
total.
go back. Let's go back to the 8-inch. We're gonna fire from the lead Azumo on the Russia.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Let's
you
check
have,
the
so we
distance
combined
first.
them, right? We combined both turrets.
Yep, it's at 33. So what does that do to our
Let's combine
range?
both turrets.
So
in
the
my
base
opinion.
percent is. Yeah.
33,000, 18%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30% is the best chance we can have.
1 second.
This type of combat.
So at best we will have about an 18%, and then whatever the modifier is. So -1 for speed, probably still. Broadside.
For
I think it's,
for 3500 you also get modifier from the rangefinder because you are in the
I think you are correct, and I
rangefinders.
think that's +3.
+3. Yep.
Yep. All right.
And
Pretty
you
good.
have
How many tubes?
four tubes if we are firing main turrets.
that is.
And we combine them.
That's
and
fine.
We combine them and not roll them separately. So +1. The target is, I believe, target might be in quarter. The aspect of the target might be in quarter of the Russia.
I think you're right. What does that change
Then
it
it
to?
would be plus
1.
minus. It would be -1. Yep, it would be -1 if it is in quarter.
Quarter at
Size
14
class
knots.
doesn't change.
Okay. So
And
that's.
there is nothing else, I believe.
So what does that make it? That is -2 +4, so at +2 overall, right? Or 4 would be 22%.
I need to look at your,
It's 22%.
at
Alright,
your
so let's roll
cheat
for
sheet.
it.
Which one is it?
This one right here? The
Oh.
base was 16%, but I added 4, so 22%.
No,
wait,
okay.
wait. What did I do? Hold on a second.
So,
Trying to keep all
okay.
these charts together. It's just insane.
We'll play half an hour at most because I will need to drop
Half hour. Yeah.
half an hour. Okay, so
Just give me 1 second. I lost my image
what
that I had
did you
open.
lose? Sorry,
just
I was
modifier.
distracted. For a
Just my
second.
modifier image. Hold on. Oh, come on.
Okay. So 22%, right?
Yes, but I just wanted to make sure I used the correct base. I think we had a base of 18. Yeah, alright, so then.
No, I think
Alright, so
you
Stefano,
the
if you want
proper.
to roll this.
I think you used proper one.
If you want to roll, Stefano, if you're still on.
Yeah.
It should be between.
Go get them, hit them.
Roll very
And
good.
if not-
Oh, what'd you get? Oh, nope. 97. Nope.
I don't think I don't think we'll be able to play out these scenarios in one sitting when we get to it. Although if a lot of more
Once we get
ships will be,
once we get it down, not too
once
bad.
we get closer and more ships will be rolling, then there will be some casualties.
Yeah.
Because I believe the rest of the ships will have similar chances right now, right?
I think so. We can probably let's just blind roll it.
We can blind roll
Okay.
the rest of the ships.
So the secondaries though here let's just roll it for starters just to see if it's even worth checking out. That definitely didn't hit. So then primaries from the Grumma Boy, probably on the. He can't get the Azumo.
Well, each one would. Excuse me, guys. Each one of them probably would fire at its own target,
Right.
and
So
the last one would fire on some other ship. And
So
the only
here's
difference
primaries
would be
from the Grumboy, miss. Secondaries from the Grumboy, miss. Primaries from the Rurik, probably on the Tokiwa. I don't know which one was closer. Which one do you think is closer? Let's see. 36 or 38. So he'll go on.
How do you draw the line?
You take there's a line mechanism which is F4, but I would click on it, and then there's a hovered object option on there, and you do it as center. And
On the left screen, on the left side of the screen.
Correct. You click
You
on.
know what? You can hold the tab key and then you can draw the ruler.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that.
Why?
I don't know what that's doing. Oh yeah, you can. I didn't know that. I did not know you can do that.
Yeah, you can do that.
That's like an auto ruler's tab. I didn't know that without holding it. Okay.
Jeez, I can't do that.
You need to hold tab before. When you hold tab, your icon should change to the ruler icon, and then you can just click. Actually, you don't click. You hold tab where you want to start.
Oh yeah, I see.
Drawing, and you draw. And when you release tab, then it disappears.
All right, so I'm gonna roll for the Rurik real quick.
And what's the conversion are we currently using?
1 inch is 100 yards, I believe.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So I rolled very poor. I rolled 100 for the primary. Let's see, what did I get for the secondaries? Ooh, that might hit. 13 on the secondaries. All right, let's look at that. This is probably the quickest way to play the game. Roll the dice and then determine whether or not you even should look.
You're close.
All right, so the secondaries might have hit here. Let's go look at the Rurik just very quick. See if we can do some damage.
From secondaries?
I think so. Yeah.
Secondaries might hit. They have a lot of barrels, so they should have better chance of hit. I need to check where they wrote if it is. Well, most of the British guns, they are described as quick firing or rapid firing because they have abbreviations QF or RF.
So it would be 8 barrels of 152. So 8 barrels of 152.
8 barrels is +3, so +6%.
So they definitely hit.
Tomasz, is there any way to calculate angles from the center line of the ship to the target?
I don't know. I would like to.
Unfortunately, no.
But I will prepare some template.
Now, what sometimes people do is they'll base a unit with markers in them, like kind of embed it. So yeah,
I could too.
If you can figure out how to do a transparent protractor or a transparent base like that, that would be awesome. I need to figure out
the transparent overlay because I didn't want to make the extending base. I wanted pure miniatures without the bases,
so
but I can have bases.
We hit the Wati with the secondaries of the Rurik. So,
because you know what, next ships I can do with bases, but won't be as effective as this one.
See, the problem here. The problem is that the annex doesn't actually meet. What's weird is the ranges
given.
Yeah, they don't match the ranges of the.
Yeah, the annex ranges didn't match the ranges from the manual.
Right, from the gunnery standard, and so. Shit.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I need to. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Wait, show me? The medium. We are looking at the 8-inch. The second one is 8-inch.
Right, but there's still physical. There's physical limitations to the ammunition on that barrel, right? So this is the annex information for the AP of a 152. Its medium is listed as 1,000 through 2,500, but its long range is missed.
You will need to ask. I know what you're saying, but
the annex information does not match the.
I would need to ask Larry because I don't know if the annex information, because you know what, annex information might still follow the Forgotten Dreadnought formula.
So then, what do I use?
Whatever reason.
So I guess I'll just use the range.
They didn't wrote any notes on that in.
I'm gonna just assume.
In the scenario book. Maybe because you said there was some notes about changes in the scenario.
Right, but this information is from the annex, so I don't
Yeah, I know, but maybe there is written somewhere there if you should use if it is for the forgotten or
No,
this
no.
because
This is for Dawn. This is absolutely
I
for
I
Dawn.
can't
Yeah.
remember. I need to see the formula and format for the Monroe Legacy ships because I don't remember how they
See,
were
watch though.
written in.
S-
Oh, because but what it might be. I would
it's
need
just
to
the
check.
fact. Yeah, it's the sheets aren't updated. It's the sheets that aren't updated, right?
It
It's
it
still
might be it
it's
might not be sheets, but you know what might be other case that might be. Oh no, it can't be
so what I'm gonna
because
use. I'm gonna
maybe
use this right here. So right here
because
it's medium.
I thought for the moment that maybe you use the table from the rule book you use just to check the hit chances
Okay,
and
but no,
the
I think it also
information from the annex you use only for damage, but
right. No, the problem
then
is
it
that
makes no sense.
their PDF form is based on Dawn,
On Forgotten and
but
on Dawn
the annex information for Dawn of the Rising
is
is
based on
on
Fear.
this new one, the Zero Star. So I'm gonna use
Uh,
this is medium. So
dear Lord.
all right, so the damage is 19, but what do I multiply that by or add to because of the number of
You
barrels?
are multiplied by the range and number of barrels, and you should have
But here's the
gun
question.
damage.
Here's a
Gun
separate
damage multiplier is on page five
right.
dash
But
two,
here, there's a separate question now.
and I believe we have the same. Yes. Okay. Go on.
The problem is I have to use this lower number for penetration because it's an F type. Let's go check the armor on
The
the
hardened
Wati.
armor
Yeah,
on. Yeah, I believe it is hardened.
I think it might be, but let's check. Let's check what its thickness is too. So I had a 12 there. Give me a second. It's coming up. It's 13,
No
so I
problem.
can't penetrate it. I wouldn't penetrate it, but I will do the damage. So this is a good example, actually. So
You, if you don't penetrate the armor, you just help.
half the
Uh,
damage.
you have the damage. Yeah, you
But
check first.
but where's the
Mhm.
modifier for the number of
Five.
barrels?
It is on the 5-2 page of the Dawn of the Battleship rulebook, and I believe this is the same for all, for both games. If you go to 5-2 in the
Okay.
upper left corner, there is the table. Let's check if it is the same, so you know where it is. Mm,
No, that's the
oh,
it's right here.
here gun damage
Short, medium,
multiplier
three
table.
times. So I
So
multiply it by
you
three times.
yes, and then you have it
Uh huh.
for not penetrating armor. This is one thing. Another thing that if you don't penetrate armor, some of
I'm assuming
the
I round
critical.
down too.
Okay.
He took 28 DP, and then we got to figure out. So let's put that.
I believe you round up. If it is health, you round up. Because I believe everywhere you use standard mathematic formulas where you round up if it is 0.5.
Yep.
And
Just
another
one.
thing that happens when you don't penetrate armor is that some critical hits are not counted.
Okay, so they originally are 331. Alright, so the original DP is
The
331. Current DP is minus 29.
Yeah, I bet it will be around below 0.1.
Yes, I think so as well. So I gotta roll a 6 to get a crit, right?
You got to roll 6 to have one critical hit. Where was it? Where it is? Okay, so it is below 0.1 or 0.1
I think it's. Hold on a second.
ratio.
So that's 29. Well, what is.
Yeah,
Okay, so the original was. Yeah, see, the original. Sorry.
no problem.
My morning
I know.
math is bad. My afternoon math is worse. Okay, so original is 331. And that's. No, actually, we put it to the. We put it to the adjusted, right? After the.
No, you divide it by the number
302
of
minus 29.
damage points.
And then it's 29 over 273.
You divide 29 by
So it's 0.10.
whatever damage.
0.10.
Oh, so you actually, if you get actually 1.0, then on the roll of 5 you get 1 critical hit, and on the roll of 6 you get 2.
Okay. Where is my D? Here we go.
If you are between 0.1 and 0.2.
Nope. No crits.
No, so they go on.
Right. So let's just for giggles, let's do the quick method that we just did. So Izumo firing primary.
And we finish.
As a matter of fact, let me let Stefano do it. Stefano roll primaries for the Izumo firing on the Rossia, just right here in the middle. Just roll it, and then we'll determine whether or not we need to check it.
I need to. How can I delete the ruler?
You need to just click on the hand, the grab top left icon.
Click on the
Oh, no. Yep. Almost.
Oh no, I'm trying to.
You might be in a weird mode. It's alright, I'll roll for you.
Yeah, you roll for me.
Okay, so this is primary from here. Ooh, he hit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He definitely hit on that. So, okay, somebody, if you don't mind keeping that in your head there, Tom. And then secondaries, do they hit? Likely not. Okay, so primary from Izumo hits. Let's just make a note of that. We can do this another time. Oh, why did I do that? Oh, that wasn't good. Yeah, that definitely speeds up play. Determine whether you're going to hit or not. Alright, so then the secondaries did not. So then let's go down the line real quick. So the Azuma, who would he fire on? Probably the lead, right? In which case there would be a little bit of a drop in percentage, but let's just check what he rolls in the primary. 27. Probably still did not get it. Alright, so secondaries, what is that? No, definitely not. Alright, let's go to the Atakiwa.
You know what will speed up play? I will create some app to calculate chances of hit.
27, not gonna do it. Primary back here, no. Secondary back here, no. 30, no. Okay, so that's definitely a lot. That you can, first of all, you're not going to get better than like probably 35 at any range. So
no, I believe with the lack of guns and good rangefinder, you probably can go up to 40.
Right. So
especially if you slow down.
So let's just say that, right? So the way to speed up this game on the tabletop is roll your percentage. And then, if you're below 40, then figure out if you got it or not. All right. So.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I need to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably stop it anyway, Stefano.
So.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, but we'll do this for realsy next time, and
yes,
I'm glad.
For the next time.
I'm kind of glad we did it this way this time, honestly, because kind of just get the cobwebs out, you know.
I don't know if I will talk to you, Peter, later, because I don't know if I buy the scenario book. If not, okay, then I will ask you, because if you could send me
just the information we need.
Send me just the table with the basic hit chances, because I might be able to create a
calculator
Windows app to calculate chances.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure just an Excel sheet we can probably do, right?
You know what? I will send you later, because I already created one for Command-C, and it's already on the internet. I place it in one space.
But I would like to. I almost would recommend we do it as like an Excel sheet macro, because then at least you can see. Then you can at least see the exact
actually,
modifiers, just from a training perspective. I'd like to
I
see.
you know what? I actually have Excel spreadsheet for that for Command C also.
That's
So
perfect.
I
So if we can
modify it. I
copy
can
that
send
over.
you. I can send you that, but we need to modify. No, actually, with the different modifiers, it would be probably easier to create
Probably
new
easy
one.
because
Yeah.
if for some reason it doesn't work, I might even be able to write something that just again Excel
Sure.
macros are pretty straightforward.
Right.
It's just VBA or whatever. But all right,
You
cool.
might teach me Excel macros. I don't know. I don't know
It's
Excel
pretty
macros.
straightforward. Yeah, I mean,
I
so
made all of them on ifs.
all it is like all we're trying to do is find a pull down. So just like a pull down of this, a pull down of that, a pull down of this, and
Yeah,
then as long as it
made
automatically
like
computed, as long as it automatically computed just the modifier, and then
Yeah.
just that would speed it up just a consider. I kind of feel like I
Okay,
want to play. I feel like I don't want to
tomorrow I
use too
might
much
send
automated.
you.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
No, yeah, right. But me too. But for this one, I believe it is justified.
Sure, and then maybe if you get close in, you can talk through the modifiers a little bit, just so that
Maybe.
you feel like you're playing the game instead of a computer game.
Yeah,
All right.
sure.
All right, everybody. Have a good one.
Okay. Thanks. Have a good one.
Thank you, guys. See you
Thank you,
soon.
Stefano. Yep.
Bye.
See you. Bye.